Okay, so I don't know what that was all about because my app literally just crashed in the middle of streaming. It crashed. And so we're back. We are back. Yay. It's kind of dopey that that happened, but whatever. I don't know. The app just crashed, and then when I like reopened the app, it wouldn't let me continue the stream where I left off. So yeah, we're doing a take two. This is take two of the live stream. Hey guys, thanks for joining back. I'm glad that you saw that you saw it go live again. I wasn't sure how that would work. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. Please attach the torso to the body. Come on. Why do they make me assemble this? There we go. Paying good money to have this assembled for me. These aren't as easy as Lego figures to put together. But yeah, it wasn't your guys' internet or anything. It was just the app crashing. So thankfully, we weren't like halfway through the build or anything. We had literally just opened up bag one. So we have our first little Marine. Look at that. Look at that good old Marine. Fantastic. Wonderful. Yeah, so how's it going, Nap Stop Motion? I'm doing well. Could be better because the live stream could be better, but oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. Thanks for watching my recent video, Emerald. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw your comment. I didn't get a chance to get back to you because I was recording some new videos already. I've got like 6 videos now to edit and upload over the next couple of weeks, so that's a good stock of videos. I like to have a backlog so that if I don't have a chance to record, I at least have something to edit and something to upload. But yeah, there we go. We got Master Chief here. Obviously the main character of the game. Imagine that. Let's see. There's so many little parts to these guys. It's actually quite incredible. Yeah, I think that's right. I hope that's right. It could be wrong, but I hope it's right. There we go. Didn't get a chance to watch your new video, but did you say the figures are 4-inch? Yes, I've been reviewing the World of Halo line from Jazzwares. So those figures are all 1/18 scale, and you can check some of my videos. I don't remember which ones exactly, but I do compare them to 1/18 Star Wars and 1/18 Acid Rain, stuff like that. So if you need some scale comparisons, they are in some of the reviews. I just can't remember which ones off the top of my head. So they're pretty awesome. They are pretty awesome. Do you done any bounty hunter customs lately? I have not. In fact, I haven't done really much of anything custom, as much as I'd want to. I've got the inventory and I've got the ideas. I just haven't had the time, unfortunately. So I think right now my number one priority is getting some of my clone trooper customs out of my head and into figure form, as it were. So that'll be the next thing to tackle. But for now, I have not been working on any customs, unfortunately, much as I would like to. There we have the Master Chief. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. Nice little 117 printed there. Absolutely awesome. And then he has his assault rifle. There we go. Give him that. Let's see. We got a windshield. Got some tires. Baggie of little accessories. I don't think we need to open that up yet. More accessories. I guess we got jackals. Yeah, we got some jackals to build here. Hey, Jay guys. How's it going? Welcome to part 2 of a stream. Got to see some of those clone customs. The Acid Rain ones you did a while back inspired the heck out of me. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate that. I did upload a video. I think it's like basically the channel trailer, as it were, on my channel right now of my clones that I've done so far. I haven't done anything past that just yet, but I've got some ideas. I got some ideas bounced around in the old noggin, and those should hopefully be put into effect soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But if you want to see my older ones, that's the video. That is the video to check out. What am I doing wrong? I do not like trying to assemble these figures at the waist. That joint is nearly impossible to snap together. But I like that. I like those leg joints. Those are really solid leg joints going on there. You got that. You get the torso. I think that's right. There's that. Ooh, that's a really cool like swirl pattern that they gave it. Somehow in like the casting process, they mixed plastics together to get that, and it looks really sweet. Um, yeah, I've been waiting to get some trooper model kits to do some more troopers from the Bad Batch. Yeah, when in doubt, if you can't get the model kits, you can also do like the bootleg figures, the bootleg Black Series figures. I've gotten a bunch of those to eventually build out my custom army, and yeah, they're pretty solid. They're not bad at all. Let's see. How am I today? I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. Got off work. It's the weekend. Filmed some videos to upload, and now doing a little live stream before the night ends. You know how it goes. It's been pretty good. Been pretty good so far. How'd you like Star Wars Visions? Haven't finished it yet. I liked it. I really did. I liked Episode 1 and The Ninth Jedi the best. I think that's pretty much everybody's response. I also liked the one with the Jedi Master and the Jedi Padawan, and they face the old man. I can't remember what episode that is, but those are like my three favorites. The rest were kind of okay. They weren't like mind-blowing or anything, but I liked them. I got a kick out of them. Knock these guys out. Hopefully we can finish up the Jackal rather quickly, but my goodness, these guys are hard to pop together. Yeah, the clones on AliExpress are pretty good. The quality is there. They hold up fairly well, and you know they're a good alternative. They're not much cheaper than Black Series figures, but you know if you're on a budget and you want to maybe get 5 clones instead of 3 clones, I think AliExpress is the way to go there. That's awesome, Emerald. I'm glad you're getting a camera. That'll definitely be something fun to experiment with, to figure some things out with. I remember when I got my first camera too, and that was like game changing. That was pretty epic. Getting my first camera back in the day. I think it was like 4 megapixels or something. It was not good, but you know, at the time I was like, man, I got my first camera. This is so cool. It was pretty cool, and I took a bunch of really bad pictures with it. But you know, it doesn't matter. It's all about living and learning, you know. Let's see. The Elder. Yeah, The Elder. That was the episode that I'm thinking of. That one was really good. I liked that one. TVC, I think, released a Stormtrooper Army Builder, right? Yep, that is currently in pre-order. It's not released just yet, but you can still pre-order it, I think. Definitely worth picking up, or at least in my opinion. I picked up 2, I think. So just got to wait for those to come out. Let's see what else. Yep, Rebel Fleet pack as well. You can get both of those still, potentially. I'm not totally sure. Got to find something to open up this stupid piece of tape with. I'm not sure if I can. Didn't plan ahead and bring a knife to open up tiny little baggies like this. There we go. Finally got it. Clones over Stormtroopers. Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Clone Troopers have always been my favorite, mainly because of all the different like color variations that you get with Clone Troopers, whereas Stormtroopers are just boring. Not really. I like them too, but you know what? They're boring. For the sake of an argument, they're boring. I think this tiny little piece is meant to like... My goodness. That is a tiny little piece. That is so easily lost, but we didn't. We successfully put it on there. All right. We've built all the characters. Now we're on to page 1, and I'm supposed to open bag 1 and bag 2. Good grief. Mega Constructs, get on a good level with building instructions. These are terrible building instructions. I think I need to open this bag. There's no consistency with their instructions. But they did invent, or not invent, but they ripped off the Lego brick separator here, which I think is kind of funny. It seems to be like just fine in terms of quality and like what it can be used for, but I find that comical that they're like, Lego has one of these, and now we have one of these. Ooh, it's definitely not the same exact thing. Very, very clever. I think, man, I still need to open up bag number 2. Okay, all right. Mega constructs, more like mega can't build building instructions. Am I right? Got him. Yeah, this is kind of confusing here. Let's see. We got that. We got that. I'm looking for. Oh, okay. So I need these. Right. Yes, I need that. I need that. Could also just be that I'm a bad person at reading instructions, or maybe it's Mega Construct's fault. I'm gonna blame Mega Constructs. I think that I just, I'm doing great. Yeah, honestly, Mega Constructs, since I said this in the first stream that kind of went bad, but Mega Constructs, when I first got, like, my very first set was when Halo Wars 1 came out, and I got the very first Spartan and Elite sets, and those were absolutely garbage. And so seeing where they've come now with this really detailed, like, high-level building stuff, it's amazing. It's really amazing. The figures are highly detailed now. The sets actually stick together, so they've fixed their building tolerances here. And shut the heck up, JCC 2224. That's right. Got him. No, this is it's a Halo live stream. But you know what? Sometimes we talk about Star Wars and Halo at the same time because they're basically the same thing. I mean, I can sometimes not even tell the difference between a Halo figure and a Star Wars figure. It's amazing. Basically, obviously, Star Wars was copying Halo when they first came out, and it's really disappointing to see that kind of copyright infringement. Let's see. It's so freaking tough to keep up with, like, chat and actually build at the same time, especially when Mega Construct sucks at building coherent building instructions compared to Lego. I don't know what it is, but they really do make it kind of confusing. It's almost 3 a.m. for me. Holy crap, Emerald, you should go to bed. No need to stay up for these kinds of crappy live streams. Let's see. This. Okay, that goes there. Yeah. We're getting it. Check this out. Look at that. We now have a little boat. Let's see. Yeah, the Halo Wars waves, they had the artillery pack and the Ghost one with the crappy elites and Spartans and the oversized weapons. Yeah, that's exactly what I had. I had 3 of the Spartan packs and 2 of the elite packs initially. The building sets were so bad that they didn't stick together, so I never built them. I just took the figures, and I had like an army of Spartans and elites, and then I would build sets out of Lego to play with. That's how bad it was. It is what it is. You know how it goes. Halo, more like Halo, because it's low, because it's lame. Ha, got him. I'm hurt. My soul hurts. Yeah, wait, am I supposed to build with this piece? Yes, I am. Okay. I'm trying to keep up. Chat and Lego, it doesn't mix well. It does not mix well. Star Wars, more like Star blows, because everything blows up in the world of Star Wars. Got him. Yeah, I had to take a second to think of that because my brain was trying to focus on building a Halo Warthog. So, yeah, Rust Belt permission to leave the station. You are relieved, Trooper. You may leave the station. That's probably a reference to like something Clone Wars, but it's actually not. I made it up. To give JCC 2224 back his bomb. Yes, there we go. You got to give him back his bomb. That's a reference that he wouldn't get because he doesn't play Halo, and he wouldn't get it. Got him again. Star Wars, more like Star Wars because it's warty and no one likes it. Got him. Wait, are you just roasting yourself now? That doesn't make sense. Master Chief, you mind explaining what you're doing in that Snuggie? That's like a low quality meme from probably TikTok or something. I don't even freaking know where my memes originate from anymore. Like I see so many and I get in group chats where people send like the low quality, just like a cat spinning around with like 2 megapixels quality camera and there's just like a funny noise playing. And I laugh at that. My humor is so fractured. It's broken when it's like $19 Fortnite card. I start laughing, and I hate the fact that I start laughing at that. Oh man, 2020 and 2021 absolutely broke my personality, apparently. Not that I had one to begin with, but what remnants remained definitely were shattered over the course of the year. Oh man. $19 Fortnite card. Who wants it? Yeah, I want it because I play Fortnite. I absolutely play Fortnite. Uh, Listen, I have spent so many 2 week long stretches in Fortnite that I've basically spent a fortnight in Fortnite. Do you get it? I hope you get it because that's a joke about Fortnites. Anyways. Oh man, I think that the whole point of this stream is me to make the worst, literally the worst jokes in the entire world while building Halo. Isn't that great? Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? I find it surprising that I have even one viewer in some of my streams because, good grief. And then I think what did words. I was streaming on Twitch because I started doing that for no reason at all, and I actually got a decent number of viewers, and they even stuck around despite the fact that again my humor is garbage, my personality is mediocre at best, and my gameplay is definitely not good. Go figure. I don't really play video games more than casually, and so just playing through some Fallout New Vegas, it was just like a weird hangout thing with a lot of memes, lots of memes, lots of low quality humor. And yeah, hang on, this is confusing once again. We're back to my brain trying to focus on two things at once, and it just constant buffering, just a little buffering circle. That's what my brain's doing right now. I need this piece, and I need this piece, and I need that piece. There we go. Maybe that's where we go. Maybe we don't go that way. Yeah, there we go. All right. I'm planning on playing the new Halo when it comes out because I've never played one before, and if I have the time, I will get into all the captains. I assume you mean all the previous ones, which is yeah, I mean Halo Infinite definitely is going to bring in a lot of the new fans as well as the old fans. It's a really good jumping off point. You can go back and play the other games. I got Game Pass on Xbox, so I'm going to be playing Halo Infinite basically day one. I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, because like it's the guy from Fortnite. It's literally the guy from Fortnite. That's who this is. This is the guy from Fortnite, right? Yeah, that. Excuse me. That's the weird thing with like today's culture in gaming and in like memes and all of that. A lot of people are learning about things from something like Fortnite because it's got characters from other franchises incorporated, and then they're like, oh, what's this guy from? Oh, it's from this thing. And it's such a weird concept to me. It really is a strange, strange concept that people first hear about something as popular in my day as Halo through a game like Fortnite, which I can't even play. Like, let's be honest, I am so bad at a game like Fortnite. I just gave up even trying. Let's see. What are you trying to communicate to me? I think this goes like this. No, this goes like this, and then that goes like that. Okay, we're tracking again. And then this goes like that. Okay, cool. I think that's like a temporary support strut of some kind. Hoping Halo Infinite reignites the magic of the older Halos. I think it probably will do a pretty good job of that. Looking at the gameplay trailer that they just released, I'd say it's going to bring a pretty unique take to Halo, given that it's pretty much open world and more open to exploration. I think it's going to be a unique take while also having a lot of the classic features, the classic Halo features. And, you know, I'm okay with that. If they had done that with Halo 4 and Halo 5, I'd have been more okay with those games. But since they decided to change everything all at once, it was a bit harder for me to get into those games. I didn't even play Halo 5, unfortunately, but I did play Halo 4. It wasn't terrible, but it just didn't feel like Halo. So if Infinite just kind of has that classic feel, but it has different gameplay mechanics, I'd be okay with that. You know, bring something fresh, but also still bringing something classic. You know, something classic, something nostalgic. That's what I want to see. Let's see. From Doom guy to Halo guy, and now Fortnite guy. Yeah. Speaking of Doom, I've actually started playing the first Doom game, the first new Doom game, so like Doom 2016, I think. It's pretty good. I don't hate it. I'm not super into it. I can't say that I'm like enthralled by it, but it's kind of a fun little shoot 'em up style game. Just trying to see here what I need for some parts, some more of these. And then this attaches to this front little thing like that. And more confusing steps. We do this, and we do this, and we do this. Have you considered playing Destiny 1 and 2? You know, I actually have. I played the first Destiny for a little bit and started to get into it, but then, you know, just didn't have the time to really commit to it. So maybe someday I will, but, you know, as it stands now with how busy I am, I typically have to choose, you know, which games I'm going to play, so it gets tough. You know, if I was younger and those games had come out, I definitely would be playing them, you know, all the time, but for now, I kind of just stick to the ones that I know, and when I have the time, I might pop into a new game. Let's see. Halo 5 is only special to me because I won something from Mega Constructs based on that game. Otherwise, I would have never played it. That's actually really sweet that you won a contest. I can't say that I've ever won a contest like that from a manufacturer or like a game studio or anything. I would love to, but, you know, just never had that kind of luck. But good for you, man. That's awesome. Like, that's a super, super cool little thing to remember that game by. I did something wrong here in the construction, and so I got to go back and try and figure this out. The pictures don't line up with what I did. That's supposed to go like, there we go. It's supposed to go like this and like that. I had those sitting way too far forward. I haven't tried that game yet. The last Doom game I've played was Doom 3, which is everyone's least favorite. I've never actually played any of the, like the OG Doom games, so I can't really comment on that. I can't say if it's a good thing or a bad thing or anything in between, really. Speaking of the guys from Fortnite, I got a Batman Fortnite comic today. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't realize that they made comics based on Fortnite. That's quite interesting, honestly. Like, again, it's one of those things where I am surprised daily by just how widespread that game is in pop culture. Now they have Fortnite comic books with Batman. That's a weird world we live in sometimes, you know? Gotta crack open this little baggie. Has a nice little printed control panel. I like that. That is a very cool piece. I had no idea Batman and Fortnite comics existed. I'm disappointed in society. Yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming from with that. I was very surprised that existed too, which I learned about at the exact same time as you did just a second ago. All right, more big steps. Adding on some plate, armor of some kind. Yeah, we're adding on these little railings. And I think it's cool that they've given Batman that they're giving Batman from Fortnite a comic series. He seems like a very comic booky character. Yeah, isn't it amazing? Like, I'm amazed that in all the time that they've been making comic books, they haven't thought of a character like Batman. It seems like it's such a good property. Like, man, no one has taken advantage of that lately. Highly disappointed, but at least Fortnite is giving these small unknown comic book characters their day in the sunshine. Opportunities abound for all of these really small unknown characters that no one's really explored before. Let's see. Man, I'm going all out of order because I'm talking. I gotta stop talking. More building, less talking, or something. That goes there. I've always thought Fortnite was just third-person shooter game of Minecraft. It kind of does look like a Roblox mod, just a little bit, but it's not. It's like the one of the biggest, most popular games out there, and I'm not twitchy enough to play it. Like, I tried playing Fortnite before. I'm not fast enough. I am so like slow with the reflexes compared to 8-year-olds that are like playing that game 24 hours a day, that it just isn't fun. And for me, at my stage in life with a job and everything, a game has to actually be fun. And so if it's not fun, I don't play it. That's how it goes. Hopefully they give the Master Chief character his own separate game. That would be cool. He makes a great protagonist. Honestly, Master Chief is kind of lame. Like, I don't know if I'd actually play a game about him. The default dance guy. I would probably play a game with him as the main character. But Master Chef or whatever, nah, not a fan. Kind of overrated. I've seen all the content creators boosting his content or whatever. Very overrated. Dude, Fortnite is getting super big. Thanos from Fortnite and Endgame and gave Snake Eyes a movie. Okay, you know what? Let's diverge from the Fortnite memes for just a second, and let's talk about Snake Eyes the movie, because I have not watched that movie, and I don't know if I will. I was so hoping that we would see a resurgence in G.I. Joe as a movie franchise, because contrary to a lot of people's opinions, I really liked the first two G.I. Joe movies. They weren't perfect. They had some issues. Continuity-wise, they were kind of weird, the way they introduced and then never wrapped up the story arcs for various characters. But I was really excited. I was really, really excited about G.I. Joe movies coming back. And then the trailer dropped, and Snake Eyes broke both of his main character traits. You never see his face. You never hear him talk. And they just were like, what if he did both of those things in the trailer? It lost all of my interest the minute that they did that, because I grew up with the toys, of course, and then somewhere in like middle school, I went to a garage sale and walked in the garage sale as a guy was walking out with totes, like actual plastic totes full of classic G.I. Joe figures, and I was super disappointed. And all the lady had left was a stack of comic books. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. You can have these for, like a couple bucks or whatever. She threw in a classic G.I. Joe poster, which I still have to this day. And I have all the comic books still. And I read through them in like a week. And Snake Eyes was awesome. He didn't speak. And in a comic book, speech is such a primary way of communicating what is going on, but they did such a good job with the characters. I loved all of them, and the artwork was amazing. And yeah, so long story short, I'm extremely disappointed in the Snake Eyes movie, and that's why I don't even know if I really want to give it the time of day to watch it, because it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look like a G.I. Joe movie. It looks like a great ninja movie. Don't get me wrong. It'd be great as like a Ninjago movie or something, but it's a terrible Snake Eyes adaptation. I gotta catch up on chat here. Let's see. Fortnite is overrated trash. The gameplay is boring and they just add things for no reason. Plus the community is a cesspool of disease. It's fun to troll kids sometimes though. That's fair. That's fair. I could definitely get where you're coming from with that. Where are these? Where am I supposed to open up another baggie? Okay, yes, I am. Apparently. Um, let's make an origin movie about a mute ninja that doesn't show his face and has a pet wolf by always showing his face, not making him mute, not giving him timber. That's my opinion exactly. I feel bad for G.I. Joe hardcore fans. They can't catch a break. Honestly, though, they really just kind of get the short end of the stick everywhere it goes, except in the new classified figures, because I am really stoked about where classified is going, and they've made some good improvements because I've been able to pre-order the classified figures that I want, including Python Patrol, Viper, or whichever one it was. It Python Patrol or either way, I got the Vipers pre-ordered. I couldn't get the earlier Viper, even though I really wanted it. So, getting that pre-ordered in without it selling out, pretty amazing. Pretty happy about that. Like, I'd be fine with him showing his face and making him talk if he becomes a mute, faceless ninja, but nah, spoilers, but he never becomes a mute or anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's okay if maybe that was, if they kind of explored why he didn't talk in the comics or something, like give him something to, wait, I don't think I have the right pieces. What am I missing here? I don't know. Let me open this bag. Yeah, if they give him like an origin story, like Darth Vader-esque, where it was, he gets all scarred and then he becomes a mute because he, swears an oath of silence or something, that would be pretty amazing. And I'd be okay with that. But instead they're just like, so all the lore, all the lore about this character that we've built up for like 30 plus years? What if we just took all of that and we just kind of like crumpled it into a little ball and then we threw it away? Would the fans like that? I think the fans would like that. You can just imagine like a board meeting where these guys are talking and some intern raises his hand and goes, so guys, I got this crazy idea. What if we just threw away all of the lore and made a completely garbage movie about a character and just ignored everything about it? And then one of the big CEO guys is like, Jenkins, I like the way you think. And then they made it into a movie and it flopped. Like that, which means just like Wolverine origin, we're never going to see another origin G.I. Joe movie. Like it flopped so hard that I don't think we're going to get another version. G.I. Joe comics were exceptional. It's unfortunate the films didn't translate that. Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. They should hire me. That's right. They should hire me. A small rant, but I do kind of get annoyed when people are like, they critique like the action figures or movies, and they're like, such and such brand should hire me because I know how to make figures way better than they do. No, you don't. Just shush. Just sit down. Shush. Be quiet. Maybe that's a hot take. Maybe that's a normal take. I don't know. I just get a little bit burnt out when everybody in the community is like trashing on whatever new release just came out and they make it sound like they would have somehow managed to do way better, even though obviously it comes down to corporate interests and prices and stuff and way less about who's designing the actual figures. But you know what? What do I know? I'm just a weird guy on YouTube building a Halo Warthog. So yeah. I've got to grab that Snake Eyes with the wolf. Sorry, I forgot his name. Timber is Snake Eyes' wolf name. I do actually, I think I had that on pre-order, but I haven't seen any updates about it. I don't know if anybody's got that one in hand yet. I don't know. So can't say for sure, though I think it is sold out, or at least it is sold out in the United States. Maybe there's a European option to order it, but it is sold out in the United States from everything I know. You just made me remember with the Snake Eyes talk. This will probably happen to Master Chief in the HBO show. Oh, I forgot about the HBO show. Hopefully, hopefully they do it justice. I have more confidence in 343 Industries after seeing Halo Infinite, so I definitely give them some credit for that. they've learned from their mistakes. They're going forward with a much better direction with characters and design. So hopefully it's good, because I would love a proper TV show around Halo. I think that would be pretty cool, and we'll just have to wait and see. I'm remaining hopefully optimistic. Let's just put it that way. And I need green elbow pieces. There we go. You wouldn't think this set is that complex, but then once you get it open and everything, it actually has a lot of little small pieces. Let's see. Hasbro needs to hire me so I can produce every single clone trooper we've ever seen and single-handedly save the TVC. You know, you're right. I can't argue with that. I think that Hasbro is definitely leaving money on the table. A great solution, a really simple solution, even if it was the TVC skinny mold, would just be to release one clone trooper per wave. That would be an easy money maker for them, an easy army builder. It would kind of appease everybody. Just make a clone trooper per wave, a different paint variant of a clone trooper. And if you're doing the phase 2 variants, that's a really easy repaint. There's no additional armor. There's no additional pieces. It's just, slap them on, and yeah, I don't know what they're doing there. They're really making weird decisions, but I'm happy with the pipeline announcements for various clone troopers. I know that they will probably be skinny mold, but I guess beggars can't be choosers at this point. I'm still going to get them, unfortunately, and even the old figures, they used to be $10 a piece or whatever, and now you're dealing with way higher prices on the old figures, and the new figures are being released at such a slow rate. It's a tough situation, especially for kids trying to get into the line, things like that. Ironically enough, I just got done recording another video. I've tried to record this video like 6 times and it hasn't worked, but I think I finally have a version of it that I'm happy with. But basically, I'm just kind of addressing the state of collecting, if you will, and how it feels for going into the new year, things like that. So I try to do a hot take video like that, kind of a new format for me, and we'll see how it goes. I wasn't terribly pleased with my first few hot takes, so I deleted those and went back and redid it, rescripted it, and yeah, that'll be uploaded eventually, hopefully. Let's see. There's a TV show coming out for Halo. Sounds awesome. Here's hoping it isn't a disaster. Definitely agree. Are you guys excited for the Batman and Spider-Man? Yeah, actually, I'm really excited for the new Batman and the new Spider-Man. Both of those look amazing. I'll definitely try and go see those, or just rent them. I've gotten lazy. I just go rent things now. Or not rent them, but they come out on HBO, and I watched Dune from home. I didn't go out to the theaters and watch Dune. I just watched it from home. Very easy, very nice. Well, unlike the Fall of Reach animated movie, which could have been better, yeah, that was kind of a flop. I liked it for what it was, but more than anything, hit right. Didn't really have the oomph that it could have had if it was given a bigger budget. That's what I'm trying to say, a bigger budget. Spider-Man looks pretty cool. Interesting. I look forward to seeing the new video. Collecting action figures has become such a strange community market. Yeah, one of the reasons why I even started collecting was because of the community, and I do talk about that a little bit in the video, but some of the community has really gotten hostile because everybody's trying to collect, and so it ends up being that everybody is at each other's throats, as it were, trying to get the latest figure. I've had some really nice interactions where I'm able to get people figures for a good price, and likewise, people have gotten me figures for a good price. When that happens, it's really appreciated, and that's what we like to see, but that's definitely not an everyday occurrence, and I think that more than anything, that's becoming less and less common across the community, as it were. Yeah, I think that's right. So far, so good. We're looking good with this thing. Dune was awesome, and the Batman movie looks so awesome in my opinion. I think Pattinson gets too much hate. Yeah, he definitely comes across as a good Batman, a good new take on it too. Like I think people are just wanting the same. They just want the Dark Knight repeated on a loop, and I think that's kind of dumb. You got to have some new blood, got to have some new storytelling elements, and I think that they're doing a really good job with this one, or at least the trailers make it seem like they're doing a good job with that. I think I'm right here with these steps. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I don't know. If I get this wrong, oh well. I'll just blame Mega Constructs and their weird instruction manuals. But so far, that's starting to actually look like a proper warthog. Very, very good. Yeah, I'm trying to read up on comments here. Yeah, Dune was amazing. I was really, really excited to see that, and it didn't disappoint me. Even though I know like absolutely nothing about it, it still was awesome. And I'm not going to read the book until after part two comes out because I know that there would be heavy spoilers if there was. I do kind of know the storyline. Like I kind of got spoiled by people reviewing it and stuff. But for as much as I can, excuse me, for as much as I can, I'm trying to avoid any kind of spoilers so I can go into it with like a fresh set of eyes and not have to worry about, like, oh, I know this is going to happen next, that sort of thing. Where'd those rubber bands go? I need the rubber bands that I unboxed earlier. Those go on to a bunch of really small pieces. This is going to get confusing fast. Okay, that goes on there. And then we need like a little pin piece. And that goes on there. Maybe it's less confusing than I thought, but it seemed confusing initially, so I thought it was confusing. Batman has been around for like 60 plus years. There's always going to be different takes and ideas. Just got to be open-minded. And I think that comes down to everybody wants their version of Batman made, whether you're a fan of New Earth Batman, or I'm not even really sure what Batmans are out there, but I know that there's, like dark and gritty Batman, and there's 1960s Batman, and everybody wants their version made into a movie, so you can't make everybody happy. You just gotta try and make your artistic vision of the character, I feel like. And that probably would make a better movie than trying to copy some comic book. Buzz Lightyear movie. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I'm not sure like if I'm excited for it, but it's definitely kind of a curious direction for Disney to go. I was not expecting them to make it, but it's kind of a fun way to look at the universe. Like this is the movie that Andy would have watched in the universe. It's creative. I'm not sure if I'm hyped about it, but it's definitely something that I'm like, yeah, cool, good deal, right on. That's my hot take on that. The trailer definitely seemed like like a Halo trailer, though. That was the funny thing I noticed. The way he walks up to the suit, it's like, bro, that's just Master Chief right there walking up to the suit. Kind of a maybe it's a homage, maybe it's like purely intentional. I can't really tell, but definitely was kind of getting those Halo vibes out of it. All right, building some of the smaller pieces here. Can't really do that in front of the camera because it's kind of tricky to see and make sure I'm doing it right. But you'll see, I'm building the turret now for the back of the Warthog. Hopefully. Hopefully. Everything's going good so far. Needing the canister. There we go. Canister goes on back here, like that. Swap that around to there. Oh no, like that. Like that. And then slowly but surely, this is looking more and more like a Warthog. The new movie coming out looks to be a combination of many iterations of Batman. He has his brutal side, his brooding side, his detective side, and the grit from many comics and the Nolan trilogy. Yeah, that's a pretty fair summation, I'd say. I mean, it looks like it's, the best of all the different Batmans we've seen so far. Definitely has some of that not, I was gonna say the Bat flick, but it's Ben Affleck. There's a podcast I listen to that calls that version of Batman the Bat flick, or the I can't even say it, but yeah, Ben Affleck. He played a brooding old Batman, and I think that we're gonna get part of that with the Pattinson version, and then we're also gonna get more of a Dark Knight version. It's kind of gonna blend all of those together. Is that really supposed to sit that high? That does not look right. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go there. It goes somewhere else. I'm building this wrong because I don't know what I'm doing. Need some pins, and the pins go through. Nope, they don't go through. I'm doing this wrong once again. Hang on a second. I need to remove that. After I finish the Warthog, who will be the driver? Obviously, Master Chief, because Marines are terrible AI drivers. We've all learned that in the game, and it's got to be Master Chief. It's got to be the player character. I don't know, dude. I've had Cat drive in the game before, and it does not end well, typically. Um, I usually leave Cat on the gunner's seat because then the gunner is unkillable, and you can just drive around without that having to be a worry. And yeah, the Marines are. I try to keep them alive, but on higher difficulties, they are completely useless, and ultimately, like, you just can't keep them alive. Ah, broke the bumper. But the Marines are gods at driving. They got a 12 to 1 KD from driving off a cliff. Yeah, I've been driven off more than my share of cliffs with the Marines, unfortunately. Another reason to just keep them out of the driver's seat entirely. Though I did like the in the Halo campaign trailer for Infinite, Master Chief pulls up and is like, "Hey, I'm here to save you," and then just drives off a cliff in the Warthog. I think they're including some subtle nods to the community in all of that, and I really do appreciate that. Okay, so then we're building the shock system for the Warthog, which I think is absolutely incredible that they have this much detail crammed into a Warthog build at this scale. And once again, it's so complex that I can't really build it well in front of the camera, but just know that it's very complex and it's very cool and it's super neat to see in a Mega Constructs build. But I just got to make sure that I'm actually doing it right. Let's see. Need these pieces. Whenever I say pieces, I instantly think they've instilled it in my brain to think of candy every time I say the word pieces. And then I also think of how people mispronounce it, because it's not Reese's Pieces, it's Reese's Pieces. Get it right, people. Gosh, it's Reese's Pieces. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense how they changed the pronunciation of a word in their marketing. Yeah, Marines are pretty much in game just to carry extra guns for Master Chief. That's facts. I sense no lies there. Spitting facts, man. Spitting straight facts. Okay, so we're here with this build, and then we turn it around. I only have one rubber band. I hope that I don't need two rubber bands in this, because I only have the one. Please tell me I don't need two, because I only got one. Have you all heard the Rock's rap song? Oh, yes, I have. Unfortunately, I've heard the Rock rapping, because it's a meme now. It's about grind, it's about this, it's about... Okay, shut up, please. I'm telling myself to shut up, because I hate it when I start quoting memes. Oh, boy. What's worse, Halo 4 or Halo 5? Personally, I'd say Halo 4. as I still enjoy the multiplayer of 5, especially Super Fiesta Party and Warzone Firefight. Of course, it doesn't feel like Halo, though. Yeah, so I'm typically, like, in my opinion, I personally am more of a single player. Like, that's how I gauge a Halo game. I don't play as much multiplayer as I play the campaign, typically. So Halo 4, I think, is better than Halo 5 because of the campaign. Multiplayer wise, I really am not the best judge because I really didn't play multiplayer in either game that much. But yeah, I would have to say Halo 4. Halo 4 wins it for me. I think it just is a slightly better campaign. Okay, so yeah, here's the suspension. There's a little rubber band that runs from this peg to this peg to this peg to this peg, and that is really cool. Again, I love the ingenuity that Mega Constructs is developing in their builds, and look at him do the little dance, the little suspension dance. That's absolutely fantastic. I love that. Yeah, it's just the Rock's excuse to swear. That makes sense. Oh, there is 2 rubber bands. I just simply lost one. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I saw that lying there on the ground. All right, so snap this into place, hopefully. Come on. I'm scared because I'm like, this is gonna just blow up in my face if I'm not careful, but there's the front wheels so far. The Rock is just trying to get Moana to be like a weird R-rated movie where he goes and does gory battle with the ocean. I'd be kind of into that. I'd watch that. That'd be an interesting action movie, to be sure. That could be his next role. Fast and the Furious 17, Battle with the Ocean. That's not even a stretch for today's day of weird cinema that we've been seeing. They make everything into a movie sequel now. If anyone read The Fall of Reach or The Ghost of Onyx, then you'll understand why I dislike Halo 5 campaign and how Blue Team is poorly handled. Yeah, I've read both of those books, and that was precisely why I was so bummed out by the way that they were handled. Like, just in a lore sense, it was super dopey. In a armor design sense, it was super dopey. They had such comical attachments to their armor. The design was atrocious at best. And yeah, so all the more reason for me to just kind of not be interested in Halo 5, but I might go replay it. You know, I might get it and play it just to understand better Halo Infinite, because I'm sure that we're going to see those characters return, and, you know, there'll be tie-ins there. Like, right now I'm playing through Halo Wars 1 and Halo Wars 2, just to kind of brush up on my lore with the Banished, but the rest of it, I'm just kind of disappointed. They had such a golden opportunity there with Blue Team and Master Chief, and they really, really spoiled it. And plus, all the trailers were like, choose your side. Who are you going to side with? And that was a huge marketing letdown. There was none of that in the game. And yeah, what a bad thing to lead with on a big scale franchise like that. And there we go. There's most of the Warthog. We're almost there. Gonna move the characters, and you can see it's got suspension. I love that. That is so freaking cool on a little toy like this, just to have actual suspension. Very, very good job, Mega Constructs. I know you're listening. Very good job. All right, now we are on to this step, whatever this step is, building out more of the side runners. Let's see if anyone. Yeah, I wanted to try Halo 5 because I actually thought Locke was a cool character, but he should have been the protagonist to a spin-off, not a mainline Halo game. That's a fair point. I could agree with that. I think he does return, given the the Mega Constructs game, or not, the Mega Constructs sets that we've seen for Halo Infinite kind of imply that Locke returns, even though his helmet is clearly on, I think it's Atriox's shoulder in the action figure. So we're kind of getting like mini spoilers there from that, but who knows? We might see something cool happen with that. We'll just have to wait and see. Once the Warthog is finished, the first thing we'll hear is splatter. Yeah, I got to take out those jackals, man. Those pesky, pesky jackals. Choose your side, Agent Locke, a newbie, or Master Chief, the icon. Yeah, if they had actually like gone ahead and committed to that storyline the way that the trailers made it seem, 100% everyone would choose Master Chief. Like, there's no reason that you would want to choose Locke over Master Chief. Very, very not big brain of them, I think. Let's see. Is that supposed to go down there? Well, I guess we're supposed to build 2 of them, so I will wait to figure out where that goes. Build this one next. Pretty straightforward, at least, which is nice. I think it's straightforward. Maybe it's not straightforward. Maybe I just don't know how to read instructions very well. Now I'm a Lego customizer. I've started to lose respect for the Lego group. They just don't put any detail on their figures, and it's kind of sad how lazy they can be. Yeah, you know, I kind of understand where you're coming from with that. I understand though that it also comes down to prices. You know, they're a company and they have to meet a certain budget every year, and you know they were a kids toy line, and I think they've increased detail because they've seen more collectors take an interest in Lego again, and now a lot of their sets are also gauged towards collectors rather than kids. And I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like every toy line is now doing that. Every toy line is now a collector line and not a proper toy line. That feels kind of weird, and I think that also reduces what you're getting and like the price point, because now brands are knowing that people will pay high prices, and they're also marketing towards that group. So you're going to get more quote unquote premium things and less cool, quirky, like actual toy items. And I personally think that, toy items are way cooler. You get a lot more variation. You get a lot more gimmicks and play features. And with collector's items, you're not going to get really any of that. So I think, unless I'm missing anything, I don't think I'm missing anything. We got a lot of extra pieces, and I'm just going back through and making sure I didn't miss anything. But I think those extra pieces are meant for the alternate build, potentially. Yeah. So it would seem, at least. I don't think I missed any steps, so we've actually got a pretty substantial little selection of extra pieces. And yeah, that's great. These actually can be converted into figure stands. They were meant for like a support structure during the building process, which is kind of nice. I think Lego may have done that once or twice as well with some of their sets. So you can attach the jackals to there and to there, kind of. There we go. The constant balance between adult collectors and child functionality. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like lines like Black Series and G.I. Joe Classified, those are not geared towards kids, because they just aren't. I don't see kids collecting those nearly as much as I see them collecting things like the 3 3/4 inch. So I don't know. I don't know what the future necessarily holds for all that, especially with shipping crisis and stuff like that. But we'll just have to wait and see. And maybe kids, maybe it's true the way that they say kids are only interested in video games. I think that's probably true for a larger majority than before. So it is harder for toy companies to market their toys when a larger portion of their market base are now interested more in video games, All right, so there we go. We have the Warthog built, Master Chief in the seat, Marine on the gunner's seat. It's got the springy suspension, and now we have the jackals trying to stop him, and they did not succeed. I absolutely love that. This is going to be awesome to have up on the shelf. It's going to go really, really nicely next to this one, and this is pretty cool. This is a cool comparison to make. This is the difference between a couple years of Mega Bloks. This is the Halo 3 Chief with the Arbiter, like the Warthog run from Halo 3. This came out like 2 years ago or something. And this is the Halo Infinite one today. Huge, huge difference. And the detail overall is just incredible. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, especially getting this one on clearance. Good deal, very good deal. Yeah, check that out. We can have a puma attack, because these guys aren't warthogs, they're pumas. If you get that reference, you're cool. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try and catch up on chat because I know I've been building and I wasn't paying attention to chat very much. But yeah, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit at least, now that the build is complete. Answer some questions and just chat and whatnot, and then we'll probably wrap this up in a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it's going. Yeah, the Marvel CMF series was pretty awesome. I was impressed with a lot of those figures. I wasn't interested in all of them. I picked up Loki, and that was really it. But yeah, they were. It was a cool series. It's a cool thing that I hope that they continue to do. I think that it's. I don't know. I think it's received well by the fans. So I think that they will try and do more like they did with Harry Potter and stuff. We'll at least get 2 to 3 waves of that, I think. I paid $10 and my Din Djarin doesn't have intricate paint deco and perfect articulation. Are you serious, Hasbro? Yeah, that's kind of how the community responds, though, to Hasbro. Like, if a character isn't 100% accurate, and my goodness, does this paint deco not line up right? Does he have I don't know. I get into that in my video in more in depth. I don't necessarily want to go into it all here because I'll just get annoyed with people. But the community can be really cool at times, and other times they just want to bash on Hasbro and other toy companies. Sometimes it is deserved. There are times when the toy companies make errors and they don't really address them properly, and at that point, it's okay to critique that. But other times it's just kind of silly where it's like, this paint stripe, you see this paint stripe right here? It's 1 millimeter too wide, and that's wrong. Therefore, I'm not paying $20 for that figure. That annoys me. That absolutely annoys me. Other communities, other groups, they're fine and they accept it for what it is. But sometimes there's specific fans out there that like just want to chop Hasbro to shreds, and I think that they're missing very large elements of what actually goes into designing the figures. So when I join like the Hasbro live streams and the chat is just like spam of all these people being like, release this figure, correct this. What are you going to do about exclusives? No more exclusives. And I just have to roll my eyes. I don't know. It's hard to balance that. I know. And I know that it does upset a lot of people, but there's bigger things in life than to be upset about an exclusive being an exclusive, I guess. Maybe that's just me. I had the very first Warthog from the Halo Wars wave, and it was a nightmare to build. And once I finished it, the pieces would separate and fall apart. I've actually, in buying like Lego and stuff, like bulk Lego from people selling it or whatever, I've actually found quite a bit of the old like Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3 Halo Wars sets that are just super glued together. Like everything is glued together, all the pieces. A few moving parts are not glued, but the rest are it just turns into like a big chunk of plastic at that point. The figures are loose, but most of it's just like glued down. Oh man. Figure Bros is a sweet community. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Figure Bros on Instagram is a great group to be in for customizing. Take TVC Boba Fett as an example, missing detail on the chest. I forgot. Is he missing? Is he missing some elements? I can't remember. I have him. I just can't remember what's missing. But apart from that, I mean, they redeveloped the entire Boba Fett figure as a whole. So again, it's kind of give and take. Like, yeah, there's a missing paint app maybe, or something's a little bit off, but the whole sculpt is amazing. So it's a balancing act. It really is. Hasbro Livestream is impossible to read. Yeah, I hate doing that. I try to avoid the chat as much as possible, but then in the last live stream, I actually got I got featured. Like they picked my comment and they read it out during the live stream, which was kind of cool. People complain as if a $20 figure should have the detail and sculpt of a $200 hot toy. People need to adjust their expectations. Yeah, and that's kind of my take as well. There's companies that are doing budget figures really well. Like if you look at Hasbro's $10 4-inch figures or their $20 6-inch figures, they're really nicely detailed. They may not be 100% accurate, but they're very nice nonetheless. I like those, and they're not perfect. I haven't seen anybody really breaking them down the same way the Hasbro figures have been broken down, though. So that's what annoys me. I think the Star Wars community is just really brutal towards that kind of thing. Hot toys are going to be hot toys. You're going to spend a lot of money to get them. You're going to get the detail, and yeah. But then again, certain people, unnamed people, I won't negatively shout out anybody, but there's people in the community that are even nitpicking the Hot Toys figures, and at that point, I'm like, bro, you got to give it a break. You got to be excited about something. Like look on the bright side just once about something. You don't have to be negative about everything and nitpick it and tear it down. And at that point, I'm just like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. If you do like it, buy it. That's the only thing I can say. Some people just want to complain and complain and complain, and then they buy it. And I'm like, okay, well then why were you complaining? I don't know. Let's see. Hasbro listens and corrected the problem with the TVC Boba. There are times they do listen. Yeah, 100%. They have actually gone back and corrected a lot of things. In fact, even with the Camino Clone Trooper mold, the one that a lot of people were upset about, they have gone back and they've corrected the helmet issues that were causing all that nasty warping and stuff. So they're listening. They recognize these problems. They are listening, and yeah, it's not I don't think it's as simple as people recognize. There's definitely some corporate issues where it's like, CEOs are probably making bad decisions somewhere along the lines. But I'm sure the designers and the photographers have a real passion for the figures. Otherwise, they wouldn't, work there. And I think there's just some more corporate stuff that we're not seeing, and they're never going to make that public. So we just have to be supportive and stop. Like, the thing that gets me is I've seen people like actually insult the appearance and the way people talk on the live streams, the Hasbro live streams. They're like, they need new announcers. These guys are terrible. I hate them. Like, bro, listen to yourself. You're hating people, like actual living people, over action figures. It makes no sense to me. And I wish that those people would just be able to gain some perspective, some real life perspective, and think about it in terms of these people are just doing their jobs. They're working their 9 to 5. They're living people with feelings, and you don't need to go and attack them for your plastic toy not looking like a movie prop. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know. Oh man. Yes, the infamous Rust Belt collector shout out, but they forgot the Rust Belt part. They did. And I don't know, probably the teleprompter cut it off, because they're reading off of like a screen that scrolls. So it probably said Rust Belt collector, but Rust Belt was on line 1 and collector was on line 2. Could be any kind of issue like that. You'll never know. But I was still grateful to be featured, and it was kind of cool. If I ever get a hot toy, it'll be Deadpool. Yeah, dude. Once you get one, it's hard to not get 2 and then 200. Very cool though. The Deadpool and the Marvel figures look awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're all caught up with chat as long as my internet is actually buffering at the right speed. So, we're at 69 minutes. Very nice. So, I think that's a good place to wrap up this stream. It was pretty fun hanging out with all of you tonight, and we built this little warthog. Very, very cool. It's gonna look awesome on the Halo shelf. So, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. And thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate hanging out with you guys for the night. It's been fun talking about toys, talking about action figures, and crazy people in the community. But as always, you guys have been awesome. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna try and do a Twitch stream tomorrow night. That'll be something I post over on Instagram, like in the stories. I'll let you guys know if that actually goes through. If it doesn't, you'll see it there. But yeah, have a great rest of the night, guys. Emerald, you better get to bed because it's late there or early there. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.